So we're making bone broth today, a lot of bone broth. We've got 3 full stock pots with bones and vegetables. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about it when I go sit down. My favorite kitchen helper's right here. Glenn, turn around. He's got to be quite the good cook. When I first married him, he ate spaghetti out of a can. And homemade spaghetti was cooked spaghetti with a can of pasta sauce on it. So he's come a long way. He cooks right beside me all the time in the kitchen and makes some of the best soups and stews that any of us have ever had, even better than mine. So with these stock pots, I'll tell you what we've got in there, and very little of it is measured. We put about half a package of celery in each pot, about half a bag of onions cut up and quartered. They only need to be washed, nothing needs to be peeled, it's all going to get strained out. And we put about half a bag of carrots in each pot as well. The other thing we've added, and I'm going to talk to you about it more in a minute, is a 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar. I am now putting the salt. I'm using kosher salt. And again, not really measuring, just kind of putting some in. I can always taste the seasonings later and add more if we need to. Now, bone broth is really good for you. And so this is actually venison. And around here, not very many people, in fact, nobody that I know makes broth from the venison bones. My guys all hunt. They have friends that hunt. And venison broth is actually one of my favorite broths. In fact, it probably is my favorite. Oh yeah, pepper. I'm just going to throw some whole peppercorns in. Again, just a few. And this is going to cook. It's already been cooking for a few hours. And we're probably going to leave it on till we go to bed tonight. So it'll be at least, I would say, 12 hours. And then when this broth is finished, we are going to strain it. And our dog just loves getting the meat scraps off of it, and it's good for him. And what's these peppercorns? And then we're going to put it outside, actually, because we don't have room in our fridge for all this. And we are going to let it cool overnight once it's been strained, because that way any fat that's in the broth will rise to the top. We can take that off tomorrow, and we're going to can it. And we're going to can jars and jars. Stupid fruit flies around here. You can't leave anything open. Okay, we're going to move over to the table. Okay guys, so everything's cooking away on the stove. It's kind of been a busy morning. I have 2 loaves of bread baked. We have this stock, fruit flies everywhere. I don't know, I think I've started a farm inadvertently. 3 pots of stock on, which will give us approximately 17 quarts of broth. And we still have, these are the bones from 1 deer, and we still have bones to come. So we're going to have lots of stock. I can't wait until I get my freeze dryer, because I can take that stock, and that's on a wish list. That's not coming anytime soon. I'm going to take that broth and I'm going to freeze dry it, and I can make my own bouillon powder, so that you can just toss it in things. I'll keep some as broth, but I will do some in powder as well. Bone broth is really good for you. It's got vitamins, minerals, but one of the keyest things is collagen. And collagen is such an important ingredient for many reasons, but one of the main ones being gut health. It's good for your skin, it's good for your bones, but that collagen, if you use it regularly, whether in the form of broth or other forms of collagen, really good for your gut. So the other thing I'm going to say about collagen If you open a carton of broth from the store, it pours out just like water. If you have a broth that's full of collagen, that's when you see when it gets cold, it turns just like jelly. So the stuff you're getting from the store, I'm sorry, is deficient in my opinion. I have had to use it in the odd emergency, but it's not, you're not getting good, healthy bone broth out of those cartons. Maybe out of a can it's thicker. I don't think so. But anyway, let me know if you think the canned stuff is any better than the carton. But I'm just telling you, when you pour it out of a carton and it comes out like water, you're not getting collagen. In fact, I've tasted that right out of the carton. I couldn't even taste flavor. I would have been just as well to use water, in my opinion. And having good gut health is kind of foundational to the rest of your health. So in order to extract the most of the collagen and the minerals from the bones, that's why I put the 1/4 cup of cider vinegar. The recommendation is between 1 to 2 tablespoons of cider vinegar to 12 cups of water. So again, it's all approximate. It also depends how long you let it simmer and all that. So we leave it 10 to 12 hours to extract the most that we can. You don't taste the apple cider vinegar. It is like at that level, you don't detect it at all, but it's doing an important job while it's in there. So we've got that going. I'm also going to make a pasta sauce tonight, just a regular spaghetti sauce, because I have spinach, a box of spinach that needs to get used. It's too wilted for salad because I'm kind of fussy. So I will just put that whole box in a big pot of pasta sauce. Probably have spaghetti for supper tonight, at least the rest of the family. I've got cabbage roll casserole I need to use, but that gives me something for them. There weren't enough leftovers from last night. I made a chicken used the chicken, the gravy, frozen vegetables, peas and carrots that I cooked, mixed that up, topped it with mashed potatoes, and made like a cottage pie with chicken, or shepherd's pie. Gordon Ramsay says if it doesn't have lamb in it, it's not actually a shepherd's pie. He calls it cottage pie. So we had that last night, and I was hoping it would do for 2 meals, but apparently it was too good, and there's not enough left for everybody. And they aren't all going to like the cabbage roll casserole because, like it's got vegetables. So with the spaghetti sauce, the spinach, blends in pretty good. And everybody here does like spinach, which is a little weird because that's one of the ones a lot of kids complain about. I know my kids are not kids, but still, when they have an issue with vegetables, you'd think spinach would be one of them. But they like it, so I put that in. I cut up celery, onion. Sometimes I put carrot, I put peppers, and I just chop it really small. And honestly, whether they like it or not, that's what they're getting. And it cooks down, it kind of blends in. I don't know. I like mushrooms, they don't like mushrooms. Sometimes we blend those and put them in because the mushroom flavor is good and mushrooms are good for you. So that's on the agenda for today. And that's about all I'm doing, which I think is a lot. My house is a disaster. I need to clean it so badly. I just didn't really see the point when I knew we were doing all this today. So tomorrow, when everybody's out of the house, gone to school, to work, whatever, I'm going to clean the house top to bottom again because I was away for 4 days. Haven't really got a chance to do it since. I keep the counters tidied and the floors swept, but sometimes you got to go deeper than that. So that's what I'll be doing tomorrow. So I wanted to get this video done today. It's Sunday here. I had to close the blinds because of the way the light does, but a lot of people are getting a lot of snow. Buffalo, Niagara, but even Brockville, which is fairly close to us, we've got sunshine. It's a pretty high wind, but I think it's more of a lake effect thing. And that's why other people are being affected more, which I feel bad for them, but honestly, I'm not complaining for what we're getting. I don't like the wind for a number of reasons, mostly just because it adds so much to the already cold temperatures, and I'm not a winter person. I'm really not, and I get less and less of a winter person every year. I've actually ordered some vitamin D3 drops. They're supposed to be here tomorrow. I'm going to start taking lots of that. Maybe it'll help with what I feel like I have, at least a touch of seasonal affective disorder, but we'll see. Anyway, I know it's good for me, so I'll take it anyway and see what happens, because I mean, I shouldn't hate it this much. Like, it is almost depressing. In fact, it has been depressing at different times, and I'm planning on moving to Northern Ontario, so I got to figure this out. I got to figure this out, or it's going to be miserable, and life's too short to be miserable, so I got to figure it out. Yeah. I need to start going for walks. I do have nice warm boots. Coat, not so much, but my biggest fear is falling. Having had this knee injury, it's just, it's always on my mind, you know, like I always went barefoot in the house, but a couple times I thought, you know, I should put socks on, it's getting colder. I feel more confident in my bare feet, because then I feel like I have, ooh, that was a big gust. Less of a chance of falling. I feel like I'm more secure, more of a grip. We do have stairs that I go up and down, and yeah, I just feel I like having my feet bare so I can feel where I am and what's happening. I have to tell you, you know, I hear these gusts of wind and I know they're cold, and I mean, we aren't even in the dead of winter yet. It's going to get worse before it gets better. I still feel so bad for homeless people, and when I feel frustrated with, you know, not selling my house yet and not even having showings right now and all these things, I stop and I say thank you that I have a house to live in and that I have walls to keep me warm. I have heat that runs. I just feel so bad. So bad, and I don't even care how they ended up in that situation. That matters nothing to me, because I'll tell you, with the way things are going, and I've said it for a long time, we're all just one mortgage payment from the street. So before we judge or look down on anybody, we need to be careful and realize that, but for the grace of God, there go I. And none of us are immune. Life can turn on a dime, and what was once secure and stable and whatever can just be totally upended in a split second. So be compassionate, especially in the winter. Man, like, I just don't know how they survive. To be honest, I don't know how they survive. Yeah, I'm thankful, and I try to remind myself to be thankful every day. It's so easy to see the negative. It's so easy to complain and gripe and wish for more, but we are blessed. We are blessed, and I am so thankful. So be thankful today. You got something. You might have to dig a bit. Emotionally, you may not even resonate, but you remind yourself that you have things to be thankful for. And I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful for every person that watches this channel. Some days, well, actually, I mean, I'm no expert. I watch other people's channels and I think, oh my gosh, Connie, like, get it together. This is bad. But whatever, you got to start somewhere. You learn along the way. But I'm thankful for those who are taking this journey with me. And if this is your first time here, welcome to my kitchen. Welcome to my table. My kitchen is my center at home. It's my passion. It's where I love people. by the things I make for them, or the time we spend together around this table. I've said it in other videos, but I'm going to say it here. We have probably a 9-foot table in the dining room that would fit all of us, no problem. When everybody comes home to visit, that's where we should be. But no, do you know where they are? They're around this little table in this little, area, and everybody drags all the chairs from in there and put them out here in the kitchen. And on my channel, my motto is, of all the things I make in my kitchen, and I make a lot of things because I cook all the time, I cook lots, I cook for many, and even when I'm not cooking for many, I still make lots. Of all the things I make in my kitchen, the memories are what matter the most. So welcome to my kitchen, welcome to my table. If you want to follow along on this channel, I do post, quite a bit of recipes. I also talk about our life and the things that we're going through, the ups, the downs, the wonderful and the painful. I'm not polished, I'm not professional. I just do my best, and I just share with you our lives, the food I'm making, the things we're doing. And if you want to tag along and you want to join the ride, sometimes it can be a roller coaster, I'm not gonna lie. Hit subscribe down below so that you don't miss any videos, because you're also going to have to hit that notification bell down below as well, and choose all notifications so you get notified when I post new videos. I try for twice a week. Missed the odd week where I only had one, but it is quickly becoming a huge integral part of my life because I love sharing it with people, and I would like you to share things with me. So comment down below, interact on the channel, and hit the like button if you like the video. Anyway, appreciate you guys. I'm thankful for you, and I hope today that you are impacted by how blessed you are in your circumstance, no matter how bad it may seem some days.